Now, just down the canal in Liverpool, 26 different acts are preparing for the performance of their lives in tomorrow's Eurovision Song Contest. And who better to tell us exactly how they're feeling than former winner for Sweden, Måns Zelmerlöw. Before we chat to him, let's take a look at his absolute banger that clinched him the crown. And the graphics are pretty cool in this as well. Have a look.
We are the heroes of our time, heroes. But we're dancing with the demons in our minds, heroes. We are the heroes of our time, heroes. But we're dancing with the demons in our minds, heroes.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen this back about 3 million times now. Do you
I
still...
really haven't. Like, I have a problem watching myself on
Oh,
telly,
do you?
So, yeah, no. But I do feel quite proud seeing it now.
Yeah, of course. It's an amazing achievement. Tell me how it came about then. How did you end up representing Sweden?
So in Sweden, Melodifestivalen, which is the Swedish selection show for Eurovision, is actually bigger than Eurovision itself. So it goes it's over 6 weeks, and half the population is watching, and the whole country stops, more or less. So I've always dreamt of being a part of Melodifestivalen, and then I got to do it the first time in 2007, didn't win it then. And then I won it in 2015 and got to represent my country in Eurovision, which has been an absolute childhood dream of mine.
Yeah, it's so interesting how it's such a massive deal in Sweden then, if the show to get in is even bigger than the show itself.
Yeah, and I've been hoping that the same thing would happen here. And now I feel this year, after what Sam Ryder did last year, it's really remarkable how it's changed the perception of Eurovision in this country. It feels like everyone is looking forward to it now, and everyone is talking about it.
Yeah, because it's interesting because watching it, and I've watched it through the years, I wasn't aware of all the build up to it in terms of all the different competitions that get you to that point.
There's so many.
Yeah, so what's it like then when you then win?
It was the best feeling ever, apart from having my kids, obviously. Yeah. But no, it was a massive, massive moment. And I remember just walking the winner's walk from the green room to the stage in Vienna, and all this confetti, and just sitting down on my little bench on the stage, waiting to do it again, and thinking my friends are going to be so proud now.
Yeah, of course. And then when you have to perform it again, what's that feeling like?
It was complete euphoria, actually. I don't remember doing it again, actually. I was just up in the clouds completely.
Yeah. And then was it life-changing for you?
It really was. I think that's the thing that we haven't really understood here in Britain, what a stepping stone it can be, what a platform Eurovision actually is out there. Because I got to do a couple of European tours afterwards, and so many things happened. And my song charted in a lot of countries. I think it was number 11 in Britain, for example. So it is a really, really good platform. And
this is a song that you wrote yourself then as well?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I wish I had.
Did you pick the song though? How does that work?
I did pick the song, and so in Sweden you do the artists participating in Melodifestivalen are known artists, most of them.
Yeah.
So you pick a song, you go to Melodifestivalen and say, I want to do this, or the songwriters send in their songs, and then you own your performance, more or less. Yeah.
Then I guess the thing is, you end up having to perform it loads in the run-up to the final itself, but then I imagine all the time. Is there a point where it's done your head in?
I think May, of course there is. I think May Muller actually said the other day that she was getting quite tired of doing the performance because she's done it so many times.
Yeah.
And there are so many rehearsals. You're there in Liverpool for 2 weeks. You rehearse every day. You have your 20 minutes on stage. So of course, when you get to the actual live shows, you are quite not bored of it all, but you are a bit fed up with your song. But then obviously then comes the live show, and the audience is there, and there's such a vibe knowing that there's 160 million viewers behind that camera.
I can't even picture that. That's unbelievable.
No,
160 million.
It does add a bit of nervousness to it all.
Yeah. We've got Paul in our lunch mates too. It's a bit of a Eurovision super fan, aren't you, Paul?
Yeah.
And I know you wanted to ask Måns a question.
I do. So this year, obviously, Sweden have selected Loreen again. She's won once already.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to go back for Eurovision and maybe try for a second win?
Yeah, yes, I would. I mean, I love the contest, and obviously Johnny Logan has won it twice for Ireland. He's the only one who has won it twice. So I thought I could be the second one. But now Lorraine it looks like she is going to win this.
Do you
so she'll be
think?
the second one.
Yeah.
And then I have to postpone my plans because I was planning to do it next year. But if she wins, I'm going to have to postpone it a bit.
Yeah, because you can't have 2 years of Sweden winning.
No,
in a row,
exactly.
can you?
That would be boring.
Have you got any advice in terms of for the UK? Because until, you know, there's a few notable performances, obviously, you know, like Bucksfairs and Sam Ryder and things like that. We've had a couple of good UK ones,
Yeah.
but we tend to be not brilliant at it. Why do you think that is?
It's quite strange, though, because the UK is such a musical country, and we have so many good songwriters and so many good artists. And but again, like what Sam Ryder did last year, I think has changed the mindset a bit, and we don't think it's all political anymore because he did come second. So I just think it's about finding the right song, something that stands out, something that catches the viewer's attention the first couple of seconds, and then has the dynamic to keep the viewer's attention during 3 minutes.
Yeah. Do you think the UK entry this year can do that?
I don't think it...
That just said it all.
I mean, I'm
didn't it?
really fingers crossed for May. I really like the song. I don't think it stands out enough, but I'm really hoping it will end up on the left-hand side of the scoreboard.
Yeah. Excellent. Måns, thank you for that diplomatic answer.
You're most welcome.
going to stay with us because we're going to chat through a bit more about Eurovision, aren't we? What's going on behind the scenes now and all of that jazz. So, yeah, he's going to be back with his ultimate Eurovision guide a little later on. We want to hear from you as well. What are your plans this weekend? Maybe you're planning a Eurovision party. Perhaps you're going along to one of the fan zones in Liverpool, or maybe you're hiding away and try to avoid the whole thing. Get in touch on our social media. Just search @PackLunchC4. And remember, you can use WhatsApp as well. And to remind you of the number, Måns has given us, he's given our jingle a Eurovision makeover. Listen to this.
07533 400 400. 07533 400 400.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I hope we haven't ruined your career with that, Måns. Thank you so much
I'll
for being a
enter
good
next year with
sport.
that one.
Yeah. Well, it's memorable.